Okay, so I'd been going out this entryway for a couple weeks, I guess, and I was irritated about having to do it because I know there's a perfectly good dining area that should be available if they use like the dividing system. They could have people sitting there. So I was really irritated about having to do it, but yeah, I was. It was worth it if I could upload videos that quickly onto YouTube. Uh, So I was doing that for a couple of weeks, but then okay, so then there were a few times, I guess, where this woman I mentioned that I had gotten flowers for, and she pissed me off by telling me I was being it was not appropriate for me to ask if she knew anyone that was available. How dare I ask that question? We have to work here, she says. Oh, oh, how horrible of me to just ask a simple fucking question like that. We have to work here. How dare you? And like I said previously, someone else that works there had a completely different reaction. So by her speaking for everyone else that works there was totally uncalled for, I guess. Why are you speaking for other people if you don't know that other people have your same opinion, I guess? Yeah, that other person that I asked if they knew anyone that was single. They didn't have a problem with me asking. They just said, "No, I don't know anyone, any potential. Sorry." Completely different reaction, which made me think it was not inappropriate that I asked the question. It was your fucking uh, issue that you had with the question. But it's still discouraging. There was another person where I considered asking if they knew someone that was single. But it's just discouraging after having a negative experience like that, like that one person. Anyway, so that person that made me feel like shit, basically, just for asking a simple fucking question. And it was just awkward. That was the other thing, like another reason why I didn't want to talk to her anymore, because it was awkward. Because I was like questioning myself. Well, okay, I guess it was kind of weird giving someone flowers for someone I didn't know, but I was just trying to just take a chance on someone to think, oh, okay, well maybe it'll work. Maybe she'll like the flowers. It was just wishful thinking, I guess, trying to have some fucking hope. But it just made it awkward. If I had ever if I had ever had a reason to say anything to her, whether it relating to products in the store or anything else. It just would have made it awkward because of the situation, because I felt self-conscious about it, like judging myself, and like her judgment on me, like what a weirdo, why would you just give flowers to me, like I don't know, just so it's just basically awkward, and just irritated too because of how she reacted with the question about do you know anyone else that might be available. So I didn't want to talk to her because she pissed me off, basically. Um, I gotta unplug my camera. The battery was done charging. So I didn't want to talk to her. I wanted her to stay the fuck away from me, basically, because she pissed me off. And it was awkward anyway. It would have been awkward even if she didn't piss me off. So I wanted her to leave me alone. So, uh, wow, that was months ago that happened, where I had gotten her flowers, and then I asked her if she knew anybody that was single, and she said that was inappropriate to ask, and we have to work here. All that happened several months ago. Several, yeah, I guess several. At least a few months ago. Uh, so I hadn't communicated with her at all since then. Um, but then, so like I said, I was going through this entryway, which I was only in for like a couple minutes, just so that I could get my music turned off and have my laptop all ready and go outside. Go outside. I was just in the entryway for a couple minutes at the most. Uh, so then this girl, this woman, I guess she's around my age, I don't know. Uh, so I guess she's a woman, not a girl. I'm guessing maybe around 30, but I don't know. So I heard the door open up behind me, and they were saying my name. So I kind of like I knew that this woman was there, so I was already annoyed because I didn't want her to talk to me. So I kind of assumed that it was her. I didn't turn around. Uh, but even if it wasn't her, I really didn't want to talk to anyone that worked there because I'm basically irritated about the management, about the whole situation, about what, not allowing people to sit in this dining area. So I didn't really want to talk to anyone that worked there. So I was just had my back and I was just doing my routine of getting my laptop out of the carrier, and then I was about to go outside the entryway. So I didn't respond to this woman who was saying my name. And then they came over close, they got closer, and then they said my name again. And I saw that it was her. I didn't look directly at her. I saw in the periphery that it was her, and I did not want her talking to me. I wanted her to leave me the fuck alone. So I just continued doing what I was doing, and then I left. Uh, I went out. I left the entryway after having only been there in like a couple minutes with my laptop. So I was like, I showed you. I ignored you. Showed you that uh, uh, I'm showing you that I didn't. By ignoring you, I'm showing you that I don't like how you treated me before, basically. So, just by ignoring her, I was giving her the message that I didn't like her and I wanted her to leave me alone. That was the message I was sending by ignoring her. Uh, but then it happened again, where the same thing happened. She opened the door. I heard the door open up again behind me. I think like the next day, and she said my name again. She started to say something, and then I ignored her again, and I just left because I didn't want to deal with her. I just didn't want to deal with her. I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want her talking to me. I just wanted to be left alone, and I was pissed off about the whole internet situation. I just wanted her to leave me, specifically her. I wanted her to leave me the fuck alone. So I just left. I ignored her again. And then, okay, yesterday. So this was like, I guess this wasn't like 3 days in a row of this. Because maybe she wasn't working uh, a few days ago or whatever. But so then just yesterday, she the same annoying situation. I hear the door open up behind me. She's saying my name, trying to talk to me, even though I fucking ignored her twice previously. She still persisted on trying to talk to me. So the escalation of my annoyance, because like I'm trying to send a message without being rude about it. I'm ignoring you. Why do you keep trying to talk to someone that is ignoring you? So then, ignoring her wasn't working. So she decided, even though we have this whole thing about with the damn virus going on, where it's suggesting people should be 6 feet apart. Even though that 6 feet apart is I are still being encouraged to have 6 feet separation. Even though that's going on, she decided she was going to fucking, because I wasn't responding to her. She decided she was going to poke me, even though we're supposed to be 6 feet apart. She decided she was going to physically poke me with her fucking finger on my shoulder. And I am someone who doesn't like when someone invades my personal space. If it's someone that I either don't like or if it's someone I don't even know, why are you touching me? People have their own personal space that they don't like being interfered with. At least for me, anyway. Like if like sometimes when people would talk to someone, they would put their hand on the other person's shoulder. Oh, that always irritated me. So I was really irritated, uh, especially because she was poking me with her fucking finger to get my attention, even though I was trying to ignore her, which I had twice ignored her previously, which apparently didn't fucking work. So she decides to poke me. So I said, "Don't touch me." And she said, "Okay." But then she starts going into this whole fucking bullshit. This whole fucking bullshit.